What's up guys, Bionic here with another Age Shadow Legends video. Today we're talking about the faction wars, again more specifically the Skinwalker crypt. So in the absence of faster in-game play time, I'm trying to speed up my own gameplay by optimizing my teams to be as fast as possible. So what I have for you guys is an end game team, not free to play friendly, not free to play gear, literally just an end game model you can work towards to, so that if you also want to speed up your gameplay, you can use this to your advantage. So let's check out a run, the champion builds, and all that good stuff right now. Before we get started, I feel like I need to apologize to you guys for today's giveaway. It was a very last minute thing this morning, because if I didn't do it before a certain time, we would have lost all of this month's giveaway. This is the new system from Plarium, so I had to do it last minute. We will be doing some regular giveaways tonight. It's just not going to be exactly the same thing I had said before, but we will still be having the account giveaway that you see right here on Friday. So I strongly suggest that you guys show up at 7:30 Eastern time tonight and Friday night to build your loyalty points and to convert them into tickets for the giveaways. Now on to my speed team for the Skinwalker faction. This is one of those that I felt was kind of hard to get them to go really fast, a little bit like the Knight Revenant. Certainly not like the Orcs, but at least we don't have the Valkyries to deal with. We are using a fusion champion, we are using the Battle Pass champion, and then we have a Basher, which was part of a fusion at some point. We have a Fane, which is you gotta pull, she's absolutely amazing, and then we have a Steel Skull, which used to be in my clan boss team. So what you see here is finally kind of like almost maxed out gear across the board. All the masteries are done, pretty much all the skills are done at this point. Okay, so again, I get it, this is not beginner friendly, but it's more to show to you that you have the champions. Over time you will get the gear, and if ever you have some extra resources to kind of like work on their skills and whatnot, then you'll have at least this. All right, so you have a way of saving time by simply building the champions you already have. So for the two waves, pretty straightforward. You do need to be relatively lucky here when you get to the boss. The reason we have a Basher in here is to place the block buffs debuff. By doing that, it's going to prevent the boss from powering up and stealing the wrong buffs. You will still get the debuffs on your own team, but at least it's going to prevent him from getting the increased attack and then kind of totally wrecking you. In this particular run, what you see happening is me not even having my buffs up ready to go. So we have some buffs from Steel Skull right there, and we have some buffs from our Brachus the Shifter. If they do their skills right before his first turn, he's going to get all of that, and then he's going to be really hard to kill. Instead, you kind of want to hope that it lands exactly this way, and then you start working on the boss. You apply decreased attack, you will get around to placing the block buffs debuff, right? And then just some poisons, decreased defense and weaken from our Fane, more decreased attack from her. So overall, pretty straightforward. The second thing you really want here to happen is that you get a lot of relentless procs. If you do that, it's going to prevent this guy from ever doing the health swap. In fact, in this run, you're going to see the boss literally skip that skill. I'm not sure what controls that. I would assume it's because the A2 was up and ready to go. I still have yet to understand exactly why that happens. But as you see right there, we're kind of totally like bringing this guy down with a ton of DPS, and his A2 is about to come up, and he's going to prioritize that over is A3. Therefore, you don't get the health swap, and then boom, that's it. So you never go through that painstaking process of having to kill him for a second time. Now onto our champion build, starting with Brachus the Shifter, which I originally built for my tag arena, which is why he's in a swift parry set. From what I understand, he can be pretty annoying to deal with in Platinum Arena, but because I don't compete there, it doesn't really change anything on my account. He doesn't get to a point where he dies anyway. I guess dying would almost be better because you get the extra turn. But anyway, these are the stats that I have with a crit damage amulet, accuracy right here, attack percent chest, and we have just about 199 speed. You do want him to be faster than your Basher, because you're going to power up your Basher, which has the better AoE in this case, will make him a little bit stronger. So our attack is relatively low, but our crit rate and crit damage is decent. Accuracy 200, maybe a little bit low. I suppose I could glyph this to be a little bit better. Yes, I did max out his skills. He is a fusion champion. I tend to do that. And then we have full of the masteries right here, Helm Smasher, along with some counter attack stuff. After that, we have my tweaked Basher. I say tweaked because I did build him to be really strong before, to hit really hard, but he's really squishy. Therefore, you need this guy to remain alive. So I put him in a lifesteal set, was the easiest way to do this. So I have about 4k attack, 200 speed. Brachus will go before if they're equal because he has the higher base speed. Crit rate 100%, crit damage fairly low, accuracy just fine. But as you can see, I haven't really fully maxed out all of the gear pieces right here. All the skills are done on this guy. Really solid champion. If you are able to build him really fast, he's almost like a warlord because of this skill right here, cannot be stopped. So I did show this guy in the arena before, but now I don't really use him in the arena. He's dedicated for the crypt. And then for the masteries, we do have War Master here for the tier 6 into the support tree. Up next is the big black bear, Mr. Ursine Ironhide in relentless gear. Now that's the recent swap that I did on this guy. I used to have him in lifesteal, but because we don't take a whole lot of hits, he doesn't need to be. All you want is him to be fast and have relentless gear because he's your turn meter control expert for this faction. Okay, so total stats, we're looking at 220 speed, almost 4k attack if I would max out the gear, 222 accuracy, and then crit rate, crit damage is low. Of course, more here would be better for more DPS. HP doesn't need to be this high, but overall, this is all I had left lying around. Okay, so I believe we have defense here, accuracy, chest pieces, defense percent, and then for the skills, they are almost all done. I did finally spend the books on this guy because, like I said, he does have a lot of turn meter control, which I think is pretty good. So you're going to increase your success rate if you decide to put the books into him, but it's not needed. I ran him for months and months and months without the books. Okay, just want to point that out. We also have War Master here, and then we have defense for more counterattack. Up next, we have the really amazing Fane, which is in my everyday clan boss teams. All right, she's absolutely broken for this. One of the best, in my opinion, in terms of epic champions. We have 4.4k attack, 247 speed. This is kind of crucial. You need exactly this. 70% crit rate because we have a Krila buffing up for an extra 30%. 236% crit damage. And then we have for the accuracy, 243 in relentless gear. Okay, so not easy to do. I get it. It might work with her being slower, but because I need her to be built like this for the clan boss, I'm not going to tweak her any differently, right? All the skills are done. Then for the masteries, we also have War Master. We do have Cycle of Magic here. Evil Eye is pretty good. And then we have our Master Hexer. Finally, we have Steel Skull, which was basically a go-to poisoner for the clan boss like 2 years ago. When I started out and I got this guy, I was so happy. But since then, he's kind of been left aside, and now he's a specialist for my crypt, all right? But if you just got this guy, he's certainly a good addition to put in your clan boss team. Here we went for overall stats, just kind of speed, right? You do want him to be faster than Ursine because you have an increased defense buff, therefore will power up your Ursine, and then he's also your cleanser and your healer, so even more speed here would be better. My accuracy is currently low, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do plan on putting a few glyphs into him to reach about 210 if I could, then it's going to be a little bit better. And we have overall just a lot of defense. You want this guy to survive because he's there to heal your champions. We don't have a reviver, so with the heals and the lifesteal gear, this is the only way to keep your team alive. All the skills are done on this guy from 2 years ago. And then for the masteries, we have War Master here for the tier 6 into again defense with some counter attack. So overall, there you have it. This is my Skinwalkers in about 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Obviously, that's the best possible run you could hope for with this team. Now I'm going to usually average about 3 minutes because the health swap is going to happen. It will add about 30 seconds to your run. Okay, so I get it. It's a show off of a speed run, but still, it gives you guys, like I said, a model. So do let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.